My name is Birte Holst Jørgensen, and together with my counterpartner, Professor Chen, we will briefly tell you about why it's so important to collaborate in the energy field and also in energy informatics. I will start out, and then Professor Chen will say some closing remarks. So climate change is accelerating, as illustrated by these stripes. The color scale represents the change in global temperature covering 1.35% Celsius from 1850 to 2019. The blue stripes illustrate the cooler years and the red stripes, the warmer years. And as you can see, it gets warmer and warmer and warmer. And if we do not do anything, then it will really be a catastrophe. We have just one world and we share a common future. No country alone can combat climate change. And in 2015, the world agreed on the Paris Agreement in order to keep global temperatures increase well below 2 degrees. Also in 2015, Mission Innovation was launched to accelerate clean energy innovation with China and Denmark among the founding countries. I have also inserted the recent picture from the celebration of Earth Day on the 22nd of April, where President Joe Biden from the US, now again in the Paris Agreement, had invited 40 global leaders to discuss the global climate challenge. And China, the biggest CO2 emitter, together with the US, were of course also among it, and little Denmark likewise. And we were very proud of that, to be together with these 40 global leaders. Both China and Denmark have ambitious targets and policies for decarbonizing our economies. China will have a CO2 emission peak and reduction in carbon intensity of 60 to 65% by 2030 compared to 2005, and a carbon neutral energy system by 2060. Denmark will be independent of fossil fuels by 2050 and reduce our CO2 emission by 70% in 2030. And this is a really ambitious goal, and we struggle to reach it, but we will do it. And we will also have a 100% renewable electricity system by 2030. So to reach these targets, we need new energy technologies, we need research and development, and we need international collaboration. So SDC, as Professor Chow told, is a very strong platform for addressing global energy challenges, not only energy, but also water and cities and mobilities, equality, etc. All these United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. And our platform rests on a very, very long and strong diplomatic relationship between Denmark and China, actually since 1950. So it's also a platform that gains from the benefit of international intercultural collaboration, and where we also can overcome some of the many barriers to collaboration. And it's a strong science cooperation for the common future that builds on curiosity, respect, and friendship. So science has no borders, and scientists all over the world have always worked together, just like the Danish physicist and Nobel Prize winner Niels Bohr, who visited his peers at Physical Institute in 1937 in Beijing. I have seen his photo in the UCAS building in downtown Beijing. So irrespective of being a Chinese or a Danish scientist, scientists share the same norms, what we call the kudos norms. It stands for communism, means that all scientists should have equal access to scientific goods, and there should be a sense of common ownership. Universalism means that all scientists can contribute to science regardless of race, nationality, culture, or gender. And disinterestedness means that scientists act for the benefit of a common scientific society rather for their personal gain. And lastly, organized skepticism means that scientific claims must be exposed to critical scrutiny before being accepted, just like the papers now that will be presented later today. So the energy field is quite broad, and therefore, after some years, we decided to give it a check, and we wanted to prioritize those areas that are most important for accelerating the clean energy transition. So therefore, we came together at a research seminar in April in 2019, I think it was 18, no, it was 19, where we discussed how we could prioritize and also strengthen our research collaboration. And afterwards, the research seminar in the beautiful SDC building, we had some technical visits to the Future Science City in Beijing. So our vision for this sustainable energy research area, that we want to achieve international excellence in research and education within the field. And we also want to establish and sustain a dynamic and ambitious research and education program. And we want to be attractive partners for international research collaboration with third countries, meaning that we appreciate and want to strengthen the Sino-Danish collaboration, but equally we want to collaborate with countries from abroad, from third countries. And we want to deliver high quality candidates to the energy sector, being master programs, master students, but also PhD students. So we have 4 priorities: energy system analysis, markets and policy, smart energy systems, flexibility option, and digitalization. And perhaps digitalization is the most relevant for the energy informatics area, but I think that the market and policy and also the smart energy systems is actually benefiting from having much more energy informatics and data. But you will probably be exposed to different perspectives on these issues later today. We organize conferences, workshops, and site visits. This is from Renewable Energy Conference in Lhasa in the Great Autonomous Region of Tibet, which we had in November 2019, before the pandemic, where we still could meet and discuss and benefit from good papers, but also the good Chinese dinner. The following day, we went up in the mountain and had a technical visit to the highest located solar heating plant in the world, on the roof of the world, so to speak. And here you can see the Danish delegation in front of these large solar heating plants. It was constructed by a Chinese-Danish company called Sunmark. Yeah. So this was really an adventure. But then the pandemic came and we celebrated the 10-year anniversary of SDC, while also launching the SDC International Report 2020 in December 2020, last year. So it was a hybrid event where all Chinese colleagues and students came together in the SDC building, together with the Danish ambassador and Thomas Trøst, who will later give a keynote speech, while we from Denmark participated online, as you can see. And there was good speeches, good celebration, and we presented also the SDC International Report, cooperating for the green transition. So with these words, I will hand over the word to you, Professor Chen, for some additional comments?
Yeah, I would like to give a short speech. So, ladies and gentlemen, warmly welcome to Energy Informatics Asia Academic Asia Conference. I'm Professor Chen of the Principal Coordinator in SDC. It's my honor to welcome everybody with Professor Birte Jørgensen. Carbon neutral becomes an emergency event in the world. In this significant effort, CBE of SDC would like to act as a platform and a bridge for both the education, research, and the industry in Denmark and China. So best wishes, EIA run smoothly and successfully. Thank you very much.